What's going on, man? Hey, it's a beautiful day out here. You know, a little chilly. I know up north, Midwest, some guys probably snowed in. But I was sitting here just thinking about, man, like a lot of people say they hate their job, they can't stand their job. And a lot of times you ask them, okay, why you hate your job? Why you can't stand your job? Well, I hate it because of, my boss. Or there's a lot of changes going on within the company. The company's changing. My old supervisors and my old boss that used to be there, man, they're gone. They either quit or they got promotions. So now the new management that's coming in, it's just terrible. I just I used to like my job, but now it's like I hate my job. I hate when I have to wake up and have to get dressed to go to work. Man, I wish I could just quit my job. But you say to yourself, okay, all I have is a high school diploma, or maybe I just have a GED. I have no college or no skill trade. Only skill trade I might have, maybe a truck driver, or maybe whatever type of job you're doing. And you say you want to quit, and you have a desire to do something else. So you're like, man, I wish I can do that. I wish I can do this. Well, before you quit, before you allow that job to get to your heart, your soul, before you allow it to suck the soul out of you to the point where, man, I just quit. And then you make the biggest mistake of your life, because you realize once you quit, now you're one paycheck to being maybe kicked out of your house, one paycheck away from maybe getting your car repoed or whatever the case is. So you have to go home and tell your wife, your kids, man, I just quit my job. I got so frustrated and I just quit on a whim. You go look at your savings. Oh man, we only got enough savings for a month. Might take you 3 months to find another job equivalent to what you had. You was there at that job because you were making great money. You were able to, strive, even though you live in paycheck to paycheck, because you're making more money. But the problem is you increase your lifestyle. So you increase your lifestyle, you allow it to suck the soul out of you to the point where you just quit on a whim with no backup plan. Now you got to figure out what you're going to do. Yeah, your wife might work, but she might not make as much as you did or whatnot. You was a sole provider. So, and you look at your account is nowhere near it should be, to the point where you be like, hey, I quit, but you know what? We got 1 year's worth of living expenses put away. So we know that we can live and pay our bills for at least 1 year. 1 year. And your wife is still working, so y'all can maybe use her little paycheck just to do a little splurge here and there. But you know for a fact that the money that you have saved up, you can survive for 1 year. But you don't want to sit down. You don't want to sit back and deplete that, because life happens. So you say to yourself, So that's why I say, before you quit, before you let that job burn you out to the point where you quit on a whim, this is what you do. Ask yourself, one, am I out of debt? Meaning personal loans, credit cards, student loans, car loans. Am I out of debt? If the answer is no, you might not want to quit that 6-figure job, or that job that you're making real good money that's gotten you out of the hole in the first place. 2, you ask yourself, do I have any emergency savings put away? Do I have enough emergency savings put away? Well, if that's 6 months, maybe a year, maybe 2 years. If you don't have enough emergency savings put away, I advise you don't quit. Stick it out until you got emergency savings put away. Stick it out until you got your debt paid off. And 3, you ask yourself, I quit. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What's the next plan? I quit this job that I can't stand. I like the money, but I don't like the way the job is going. I don't like my bosses, or I just don't even like the work, period. This is something I would never imagine in my whole entire life of doing. If that's you, and you say those to yourself, and they're all, the first 2 you say, no, I'm not there yet. Then the third one, I don't know. If I quit, what else I'm going to do? I don't know. I've been driving trucks all my life, or I've been doing this, construction all my life, or I've been working in retail all my life, or I've been working in fast food all my life. If I quit, what am I going to do? If you don't know, I advise you, do not quit until you know what you're going to do. And while you are still working that job that you hate, learn to like it. Learn to like it until you get to the point where you can leave that job. Because you don't want to leave on a limb and you get out there and you find something and say you took a $40,000 or $50,000 pay cut. You find something, you're like, the job is easy, it's a good job, great schedule. But man, when I get my paycheck, man, I'm just in the hole even more. We've almost depleted our savings, and I don't even make enough to pay my bills and replenish my savings. But man, the job is good, it's easy. I got work-life balance. But man. Next thing you know, you find yourself going back to that previous job that you hated because you made so much money, you was a great living or whatnot. So make sure before you do it, do your research. Sit down, write down what are the things that you want to do. What do you want to do? What is it I would like to do out in this world for a job? What is it I want to do? What is it out there? What is it out there that's going to make me happy? But upon waking up every day, I'm going to work. I'm happy. I'm liking the job that I'm doing. I'm liking the salary. What is it? What is it? Stop going to work. A lot of people go to work, make friends, man. But I'm going to work making friends, man. Hey, go to work. Do your job, get your money, focus on yourself and your family. Focus on, if you can't see yourself being there forever, you don't want to be there forever, focus on your exit plan. What are you going to do to level up, and what are you going to do to where you can be like, hey, I can quit, I'm good. I'm going to go do something I want to do. Whether that is starting a business, starting a side hustle, whatever it is that you want to do, that you can imagine. Because we always have dreams and we always have imaginations where we're sitting around just doomed out in space, that we're dreaming. Everybody has dreams. I don't care what nobody says. Everybody has dreams and goals, realistic dreams. I'm not talking about sitting there, man, I wish I won the lottery. Come on now. Oh, I wish I just run into some money right now. Oh, I wish I was a doctor. Or I wish I was a lawyer. Well, of course, you can be those, but you got to put in the work. You got to go to school. You got to go to college. Oh, I wish I would got in a trade school. Well, you can do it, but you got to put in the work. It's not going to be easy. So you have to sit back and reevaluate your life. Stop depending on people. Depend on yourself to level yourself up, to make yourself happy. Somebody once told me that they don't believe that there's people out there that love what they do when it comes to working. And I believe that's false. I believe there's people out there that love what they do when it comes to their job. Not everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Some people love being doctors, lawyers, nursing field, truck drivers, in the construction field, plumber, whatever people are doing. Some people love what they do, and they make the best out of what they do. So you have to figure out what you love to do and get to it. Stop complaining. Stop saying you hate that job, man. I hate it. I'll just quit today. Well, go ahead, man. If you ain't got your ducks in a row, you going to quit. And then a lot of time, 9 times 10, within next month when your savings is depleted, now you around there looking crazy. Now you looking for handouts. Now you saying, oh, man, the government won't help me. This person won't help me. No, dude. Hey, we have to learn to get out of our feelings. I used to be like that. I have to learn to get out of our feelings and look at the big picture. Look at the big picture. Get out of your feelings and look at the big picture. No one forced you to get the profession or work the job that you're working. No one made you. You chose to get that job. So, like I said, sit back, reevaluate your life, get a notepad, pen, make a list. Look at that list every day. Or put it in your phone. Everybody has smartphones. Put that list in your phone and put it on repeat, where every day at maybe 6 in the morning, your alarm's going off and you open that, you hit that button and it's gonna show up your goals, okay? You got your 5 goals, your 3 goals, or maybe your 20 goals. It's gonna show up every day. Every day. You set that timer every day. So you say I'm gonna give myself 2 years. So every day until 2 years hit. And when that day hit on that second year and it goes off, you open it up, boom. Hey, I remember these goals. And you know what? I can check off every last one of them. Now, I know what I want to do. I'm finna strive for it. Well, if it's going to another company, or if it's starting a business, you gotta do what I mean, hey, whatever you want to do, man. In this life, you can do what you want to do. It's not gonna be handed to you. You know, it's not. It's not gonna fall in your lap. If you want to be a lawyer, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a business owner, it's not gonna fall in your lap. You got to get to it. And the tongue is very powerful. If you sit here and say, oh, I can't do that, oh, I'm going to fail. Yeah, you will. You will fail. Yeah, you won't do that. But if you say to yourself, I will achieve that. I will, you know what, I'm going to get hired at that place. I'm going to start that side business, and I'm working on it right now. I'm going to keep working on it. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. Even if you achieve and you fail, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. The minute that you say you can't do it, you won't. The minute you say, man, I know I'm not going to be a millionaire. Okay, well, you're not going to be a millionaire. You're not going to strive for it. But the minute you say, I would love to be a millionaire, I need to do research. I need to find out what can I do to have that $1 million in my 401k or my Roth IRA, or that $1 million into a brokerage account. What can I do to become a millionaire? How hard is it? Let me read some books. Let me do some critical thinking. Let me do some research. Remember the power of the tongue, man. I'm telling you, you got to make sure. Like I say, so if you hate your job, please do these steps before you just quit on a limb, man. Now, if you got buku money saved, you got buku money saved up, then hey, you ain't got no debt, and you just quit on a limb like that and just go day by day until you find something, figure out what you want to do, or maybe you already know what you want to do, and that job is hiring, and that's where you want to go, and you don't want to put an application in and still work and wait to get the interview, and you just want to quit and just, hey man, I'll just do this, hey, do it, man. But for those that can't, please be mindful before you quit. Do those steps. Say those things to yourself. Write them down. Ask yourself those. All right? Y'all take it easy, man. Peace.